Hello, welcome to Prime Time. Today we're in the PrimeNet Legacy application and I'm going to show you how to add an employee to the Create Timesheets from Schedule. In other words, to make sure that the salary employee has his time card created for the pay period based on scheduled work hours. Right now there is no schedule attached to this employee. We see no time cards in here. So we're going to click on Edit Employee. We want to make sure that he's on the correct policy. We're going to come down here and we're going to choose our salary policy. This is the policy that is set up to allow the employee's timesheet to be created from schedule. Not every policy allows that, so it's very important they're on the correct policy. This person, we're also going to make salary and we're going to make exempt. Anything else down here you can put on, it's up to you on how you do that. As far as labor levels, groups, holidays, other information in here. But the main thing we need is this salary policy. And this is the one that I have in this database that allows the timesheet to be created from schedule. So I'm going to go ahead and click Apply. The next spot is I want to be able, or I need to add them to a schedule. So I click on Configuration at the top and I come down and select Schedule. Now I'm going to use the daily work shift. So I click on it over here. I see it's now in black. That tells me that this is my current shift. I've got one person on this schedule currently and I need to add Charlie in. So I'm going to scroll down to Assign Multiple Employees. I find Charlie and I move him over. So he's now on the template. Nothing's been added yet. He doesn't have a schedule yet. He's just been assigned to the template. If we let the system go and I didn't do anything else, on May 6th, the schedules would generate and it would populate Charlie's schedules. I don't want to do that though. I want to make sure that he's got a schedule for this pay period. So when I do payroll, his time will be there. So I'm going to click on the From and I'm just going to come back here and just arbitrarily April 15th, the to date. I'm going to use Saturday the 5th because on the 6th, it's going to generate forward a new schedule for him. He doesn't have any schedules to overwrite, so I don't have to worry about that. I'm just going to click. I apologize. You will need to put overwrite existing schedules because there is another employee on this schedule on the daily work shift, and I don't want it to duplicate entries for each day. So we're going to overwrite the existing schedules with this. It's just going to replace what they currently have with what they have. So I'm going to click Schedule It right here. And when I click Scheduled It, what that did was assign the schedule to that employee. Now, it brings us right back to the 8 to 5 template, which is fine. We were on the daily work shift, and that's where our employees are. So since we've generated the schedule, we'll go back to the home. And I can see he now has a schedule. Nothing in the time card yet, but he does have a schedule. Now, this employee will also need to be in the group that the other employees are that get their salary set to create the time card from schedule. And we'll just say, I don't have a salary group in here, so let's just say all of Martha's people are the people who have their time card generated from schedule. So I put her in there, but normally this will probably say salary for you. I click Update, and now they're in that group. Just go ahead and click Apply, and we're almost done. Now we have to go to our reports. And we see we've got a create timesheets from schedule already in here. and this should have a date next to it on the next time it's going to run. My demo data doesn't, but yours will if you have other employees who get their time card populated from their schedule. We can click on this, and whatever's in here should be fine. Overwrite timesheet work entries. I don't want to duplicate anybody, so we're going to overwrite their timesheet entries with their scheduled hours. We do not want it to populate days that the employee has a holiday added or non-work pay types. Non-work pay types are things like vacation, sick, PTO, things like that. We want to leave it on populate timesheets with employee's default labor level. And the group in here will probably be your salary group. We'll leave that alone. Here you're going to have to determine probably the current pay period is the one that you want. If you make a change to this and say we choose previous pay period and then generate it, it may potentially, you'll have to go back in and change it. And as I think about this, probably the best thing to do is come over here to create timesheet from schedule. Click on this. Overwrite. Not really worried about any of these. I'm just going to do it for one employee. I'm going to put that employee's name in here. Not their name, I'm sorry, but their employee number. I can use current pay period, or if I need to do it for previous pay period because it's after the fact, I can. But I'd probably use current pay period. Then I'm just going to click generate. I'm just going to use Martha's group here. And current pay period, and click generate. So that's running. And I mentioned using this one from here because if you've got this one scheduled, and I'm just going to schedule it here, weekly, Sunday, current pay period, and generate. So we see right now that's the next time the report's going to run. So if I come in here and generate again, it may not run because it's waiting till this date to run. So by coming over here and clicking on the create timesheets from schedules, I create another one. And it was this one. I see it's completed, it's ran. I can then go ahead and delete it if I want, but I want to go back and check the employee first to see if that worked and they've got time in their timesheet. Click on current pay period, and there we go. I can see that it created the week for them. So if I'm satisfied with that, I can come back to my reports, create timesheets from schedule, all the way over to the trash bin, click on that and click OK. That way it keeps it out of my hair and I don't have a bunch of reports going through that I'm trying to look through for other things. That's all there is to doing that. Since on our original create timesheets from schedule, the group is going to be fine. You've added the employee to the group. When this report runs again, it will include that employee and it will generate the timesheet from schedule. Thank you for watching and have a good day.